And so, we meet again. Last time I got to see the ORA Funky Cat, I was totally smitten by its quirky retro styling and futuristic technology. However, you guys, our viewers, yeah, not so much. Well, actually, some of you loved how it looked, but others were not so taken back, and those people are definitely going to need some further convincing. Today, I'm also getting the chance to fill in the gaps from last time. Things like battery, range and charging figures. Plus, all importantly, I'll be hitting the road. But will all these important figures add to my desire for a Funky Cat, or will they leave me feeling a little bit disappointed? Well, why don't you stick around to find out? And if you love electric car news and electric mobility content, then Electroheads is the place to be. Hit the subscribe button to make sure that you see much more. So, let's rip the band-aid off nice and early and get to the point of price. First rumoured at £25,000. Oh, that magic electric number that all the brands like to dangle in front of our noses. However, just like the rest, ORA Cat has launched the Funky Cat in the first edition specification for just under £32,000.
You're joking right now.
Yep, mind you, once you do break down the specification, it really is quite impressive. You've got wireless phone charging, a 360-degree parking camera, sat-nav, keyless entry, and an array of high-tech driving aids, worthy of a car in 2022. But this brand is very new to the UK market and completely alien to most. And ORA has put itself right in line with its pricing of the Mini Electric, the Vauxhall Corsa and its stablemate, the E208. Still, it does seem affordable once you put it next to the ID3. Quite honestly, I think had it not been for MG releasing such a competitive package with the MG4, then the Funky Cat's price would have been taken on the chin. However, MG has proven that a £25,000 price tag can be done, and without compromises. Still, there is proof, backed up by sales, that people like something quirky, something that gets people talking, something that's just downright cute and fun. Just look at the Honda E.
Look at it.
And the ORA Funky Cat, I think, is going to do just that, with its retro pet Porsche-esque styling and its very cool light signatures. Yeah, I can see this appealing to a very particular audience.
The ORA Funky Cat's retro stylised looks have definitely taken inspiration from some of the world's most loved cars, including the Porsche 911 and the Mini. The emotive round headlights give a cutesy and friendly feel from the front, whilst around the back the distinct lack of classic taillights and rather a light bar incorporated into the rear window bring the retro car into the future. For more on design, be sure to check out my previous ORA Cat first look.
I understand that this is going to split opinions, but I love how funky and stylish it is inside this cabin. The two-tone teal and the light grey paintwork to match the exterior, it just feels so cohesive and very, very premium. You've got a lovely suede kind of detail on top of the dashboard with the contrasting light grey stitching, a really nice leather wrap steering wheel, which again, teal on top, light grey with the contrasting teal stitching. It's very beautiful. And again, these seats, they feel so plush, so comfortable. Nothing like the ones that I found in the MG4, which felt like they would definitely deteriorate over time. These feel much more robust. And that quilted stitching, it feels so high quality. Again, the contrasting teal and light grey leatherette, really, really lovely. It's not all good news, however, because anything below the chrome air vents, you will find quite a scratchy plastic. And I do worry about it as well because it's in this light grey material, and I think that over time that will get scratched and dirty and it will be difficult to keep clean. Ideally, if you was going to be driving this car a lot, then you would go for the black interior. But if you want something funky, something different, something that is definitely when people are going to get in it, they're going to comment about, then this is beautiful.
The infotainment system definitely doesn't feel like cheap technology, something that MG has sometimes been criticised for. The screen itself is sharp and responds quickly to inputs, which is just as well because this is where you adjust most of your settings. Everything is clear and easy to read, and the 360-degree parking camera is crisp. ORA also has a rather intuitive voice activation system, which features a cute little robot in the top right hand of the screen.
I'm a little bit cold.
Got it. Increasing the temperature in driver area to 24 degrees.
So it's a similar size to the ID3, but it doesn't get quite as much boot space. And that's because the ORA Cat has prioritised rear space, and it really is very spacious back here. I've got plenty of headroom, a nice amount of legroom, and it feels really just plush and comfortable as well. I've got nice things like the door pockets on the back of the seats. I've got a pull-out armrest with 2 cup holders. The only thing maybe I would have liked is a USB-C port as well as a USB. So let's talk battery. It gets a 48 kilowatt hour battery pack, which is good for around 193 miles. Not groundbreaking, and honestly, I am a little bit disappointed. Had it been even 50 more, I think my name would have been down on the pre-order list. However, it seems quite a habit of quirky cars to get away with limited miles. Take the Fiat 500, the Mini Electric and the Honda E. They all have less than 200 miles. And for those that don't complete long journeys on a regular basis, they actually remain a popular choice. It has, however, also got to be noted that the ORA Cat has been around in China for a little while now, and battery developments are already underway. The ORA Cat will eventually hopefully be offered with a 58 kilowatt hour and 63 kilowatt hour battery for up to 263 miles, which is far more competitive. It's just a real shame that they chose to launch the ORA Funky Cat with the smallest battery option. At first glance, it may be easy to compare the ORA Funky Cat to perhaps the Fiat 500 Electric or the Mini Electric. But it isn't actually as small as it appears in photographs and videos. It's actually longer than the Mini, and it comes in at 4,235mm long and 1,825mm wide, which makes it slightly shorter and a little wider than the ID3. Of course, it instantly wins in practicality over the Mini and the Fiat as it has 5 doors. Boot space is a moderate 228 litres, but the Funky Cat benefits from a good amount of space in the back, capable of even seating 6-footers. It can charge at a rate of up to 80 kilowatts from a CCS public rapid charger. 2 years ago, a figure that would have been fine. More than the Mini Electric, but nowadays with the MG4 and the ID3 capable of 135 kilowatts, it's dragging behind. Still, most will charge at lower rates. A 10 to 80% charge from a 6.6 kilowatt home charger will take around 5 to 6 hours. Something that the ORA Funky Cat does have going for it is punchy performance. It has a single electric motor on the front axle, which develops 117 brake horsepower and 250 Newton meters of pulling power. It has a 0 to 30 claimed time of 3.8 seconds and 0 to 62 of 8.3 seconds. There is also a maximum speed limited to 99 miles per hour. That's slightly less power and slower sprint than the go-kart style Mini Electric, but it's absolutely nothing to be sniffed at, and the ORA Cat actually feels quite engaging. Great Wall Motors has invested heavily in driver assist technology for the ORA brand, and as a result this car has 12 ultrasonic radar sensors, as well as quite a few exterior cameras as well, and together they provide a 2.5 level autonomous drive. It works around town as well, where it has traffic jam assist, which can essentially take control of the braking, throttle and steering at low speeds. There's also great news for potential buyers, as ORA are offering a 5-year unlimited mileage warranty, which is really nice to hear. Plus you also get an 8-year 100,000 mile battery warranty, which is above a lot of its rivals. The ORA Funky Cat happens to be an extremely groovy but very frustrating little car.
You're a fucking bastard, mate.
It has so much going for it. The quirkiness, the quality, the technology. It's all very enticing. But the figures that really matter, they're just a tad average. An electric car being launched sub 200 miles in 2022, in my personal opinion, is just not enough. And the charging could also do with being a bit more competitive. Mind you, in the case of the Honda E, if it looks cool enough, people will buy it. And actually, I'm still having to hold myself back from adding one of these to my garage, maybe when they do the bigger battery. Of course, we're relying on you guys to share your opinions on this one too, so pop them in the comments down below. Is it funky or is it a flop? Thanks again for tuning in, and for more content like this, then you guys know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. Until next time, bye!